All right, cool. Well, that leaves me with nowhere to go but on the way
No
home.
Way Home. Come on, come
So,
on.
all right.
Oh,
So again, let me do the whole intro. Spider-Man No Way Home came out last week on the 15th of December, last week Wednesday. It was probably the most talked about film. Everyone was looking forward to it. I think it ranked out as one of the, I think it's the third or fourth highest opening.
I think it's
Second,
good.
actually. Second.
Second,
Nah,
Yeah, at 260 million.
I thought it
okay,
was third. I thought it was
No,
third.
second,
Okay.
mate. Right after again.
okay. I thought there was another one before that, but
All right,
yeah.
Merv. Merv
No, I'm
splashed
sure.
all
I
over
thought it
the.
was third.
Merv has splashed pause all over the gaff. Look at
All over
him.
the gaff. Bruv, no one get the black light out, boy. No one get the black light out. So, all right, Merv, I'm over to you, bruv.
No, why is that with Merv?
No, I'll start. Yeah, let me warm up.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Who wants to take it?
Go on, Rich. You're kind of neutral. Go on, Rich, because you liked it, but you got your qualms
No.
with it.
No. Listen. Right. This film gave me everything in it. It got from beginning, like the first 15 minutes. I don't know. The first 15 minutes, I was just overwhelmed. There was so much happening. I was just like, I was looking around in the cinema. If anyone was experiencing this kind of overwhelming that I was feeling. No, honestly,
Euphoria.
I can't lie to you. I'm so upset I watched it by myself. I needed to watch it with someone that likes Spider-Man just as much as I do in it, because there's bits I was like looking left and right and no one's next to me.
Yeah.
And the cinema the crowd that I was with was so dead. Like,
I will say this. Just on the back of what you said,
yeah.
man. I went to watch it twice.
Yeah.
Okay. And the first time I watched it with little one,
yeah.
and we went to Finchley, and the people in cinema were on it.
Yeah.
So, like, I won't talk about the first reveal, the catch, but that first reveal, the whole crowd went and started clapping. Yeah. I was like, okay, I feel this energy.
Yeah.
I went and watched it today, bruv. The reveal happens, the same catch.
Yeah.
Bruv, silence. It was like a pin drop. Like every little thing that came out, like, oh my God, moment.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Just looking around, everyone's just like.
And I realized that it does make a difference when you go to cinema.
Yeah.
You need to be in an environment where
Yeah.
everyone is on it.
Yeah.
I agree with Rich though. The first 15 minutes, I was like, what? I was like, there's too much going on. There's too much action. Like I was gobsmacked. Like, what the hell? Like I was like, no. This is happening too early.
Can we just talk about the first reveal, please? Because I was not.
Go for it.
I wasn't expecting that so early. I know. In fact, I didn't expect that at all.
Daredevil.
I didn't know. I didn't know he was going to be in there.
And the thing is, the moment I saw the cane, I thought, no way,
gunshot in the. I was just him. I done a gunshot.
I was just like,
gunshot.
I was like,
straight from Northwest.
Straight.
Like that was because we knew that he was coming back to the MCU in some capacity, but
I didn't think it'll be.
Yeah, you were probably thinking a series maybe, or just some down the line, but it was just underneath our noses the whole time.
Yeah, it was perfect. And like what Nate said, the crowd, because I was sitting with adults, not saying I'm not adult, I was sitting with older people, and the youngers were at the bottom, and they went, oh! And I went, oh, as well.
And that's the thing. He didn't even need to be Daredevil in it. It's just that's what I'm saying. The same feeling. I thought, wait, just after seeing Wilson Fisk as well in Hawkeye, and then you're seeing Matt Murdock, you're like, yes, like this is happening.
I was like, okay,
they're coming in slowly but surely.
Yeah, the cinema that I was in, I was hearing whispers when he came to the scene. I was like, gunshot. I was loud, but like I was hearing whispers like. And it wasn't too sure, do you know what I mean? But
Imagine how it must feel like for someone that just doesn't know that. Like they're missing out on life, bro.
Well, that's what I had to say to Ed, that's Daredevil. That's Daredevil. He's like, who? I said, don't worry about it. Like, you know what I said? I was like, don't worry about it. But like, I want you to be a gas like me.
Yeah, man. That
was sick. That was a sick reveal. Like I said, the first 15 to it, I was like, oh my gosh. Come on. This is sick. Obviously, there was a few corny parts where he's trying to save the that woman in the car, like the lecturer or whatever, the whatever. That was a corny part. But apart from that, you know what I mean? It was a good 15, 20 minutes, 100%.
But speaking of which, though, in that 15, 20 minutes, because basically, like, obviously it's following off the back of Far From Home, where his identity was revealed and he was supposed to have killed Quentin Beck.
Yeah.
Don't you think that part just skimmed over quite quickly? Because I'm still thinking, what's happening with this court case? Like, is he going to be charged with the murder or not? Do you know what I mean? But I think they did sort of just, okay, well, they realized what it was and but I didn't really get
that part wasn't explained. Yeah, that part wasn't explained more at all.
Well, they said he bust case, isn't it? That's what.
I don't know if I just missed that or it just happened really quickly.
No, Daredevil said you don't need to worry about it with bust case.
Okay.
He said I'm a good lawyer.
It happened very quickly.
Yeah, he said I'm a good lawyer, but he said to my man, you might need to lawyer up.
Yeah, it happened very quickly because I was expecting more from like that's not I thought obviously that's going to happen. It's going to be quite tightly closed with the him wishing that no one knew that he was Spider-Man.
I think it's more. I guess it was more about the witch hunt for Spider-Man as opposed to the law going after Spider-Man.
True. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's the euphoria and all the people around him that's kind of like Spider-Man and throwing bricks through windows and all those kind of things, as opposed to the law trying to get Spider-Man.
Yeah, and you get his teachers are like, no, you can do anything. You can run through the walls, you can swing or crawl on the walls.
Yeah.
The
black guy's sick, like, nah, man, you're
I know what you did. I know what you did. I know what you did.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh, that was bad. Yeah. And obviously,
I thought it was a little bit out of order. They all got obviously rejected for the MIT applications, but obviously that leads him to go to the Sanctum to go and speak to Doctor Strange to try and just see if he can remove the thing in it, like to make people forget. And then obviously that's a little bit funny because obviously Wong is now
Sorcerer Supreme.
Yeah. And like
because of that 5-year clause, isn't it?
Yeah,
like,
you can see there's a little bitchiness.
He got there for a technicality, isn't it? Yeah.
So that was a little bit comical. But then obviously he does the spell. And at first you're thinking, he says, don't interrupt me, he's doing the spell. Which was interesting for me because I thought, because in the trailer, it looks like he did it too easily. Like I almost thought like
he did it on purpose.
Yeah. But you could see that maybe he wasn't doing it on purpose. He was just trying to be like just trying to help him out in it.
Yeah.
And then obviously he kept interrupting him when he kept on doing the spell.
Do you know?
No, go ahead.
No, someone said it was quite fun actually. Like, just do the spell, don't interrupt him, and go basically and tell Ned and MJ and the people that you want to tell that you're Spider-Man, just go and tell them afterwards, isn't it? Like rather than complicate. But obviously that's what I like about it because he's a child still, isn't he? He thinks like a child, he acts like one, and he's just a bit too impulsive, and it doesn't think. Yeah, straight.
That's one of my positives and negatives about him. Because I feel like sometimes he's a little bit flash-like.
That's why I said in the group earlier, I know why that Kel didn't like it because I said to myself, this was a flash moment.
Flash. A lot of it reminded me of CW Flash.
But at least Peter Parker's still in high school. Do you know what I mean? Flash is a grown man, bro.
But that's
why I don't get watched no more.
Peter Parker is in high school, but you know better. He's part of the Avengers. You're seasoned. You're seasoned hero, bro. He's seasoned, bro. Man went to space. Man fought Thanos.
Flash is basically he's a speedster, isn't it? He knows about the time, so he knows about the consequences of messing with time and time again. No pun intended.
No, but
anyway, we don't care about Flash. This is MCU, man.
All right.
Piss off, Barry.
Right. So then, obviously,
new season's out.
I forget that.
He then starts.
5 episodes into it.
He's attacked on the bridge by Otto Octavius.
Yeah,
which was quite good. I thought that was good. Like, it was nice.
It was a good scene.
Do you know what? I didn't know that he was the age. You know.
Sorry.
Like, is it?
Yeah, the actual actor Alfred Molina. He was the age throughout the whole film.
Because I did
de-aged.
Yeah, you know, like what they did with when they did with the Al Pacino and that.
Yeah.
Where they tried to make him younger. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. The way they de-aging technology, I suppose with Disney's budget, where they smashed it, because I didn't notice that at all. I thought his face is a bit like he looks clean, but I didn't.
I thought he dyed his hair and stuff.
Yeah. I thought he looked hella. I thought right, you've got the same actor from the first film,
Yeah,
but
20 years ago,
looking
right?
like the same actor from the first film.
The way I see him, I thought, oh, he's putting a few pounds, whatever it is, and I thought, okay, cool, still look good.
Yeah.
So yeah, obviously he got done through the bridge, and then it was interesting, like to see the nanotechnology.
Yeah.
When he started to take control of my man's with
the tentacles, isn't it?
The tentacles.
Yeah.
And it's quite funny because they kept on like throughout the thing, they kept calling him an octopus.
Yeah,
even our mate.
It's because of his name, innit?
Yeah, she like, do you want salted water?
It's what, water or salt water.
That was funny. That was funny.
Yeah.
And then obviously they go back to the sanctuary, and then they start kind of. Doctor Strange says, "Look, you messed up the whole spell. You need to go and collect all these people in it."
Yeah, and obviously, Green Goblin come out as well at the same time on the bridge, in it. But he got away.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't get away. They just kind of zapped him back to the sanctuary.
And I thought it was also because you don't get to see what's his name either. Sheg, what was the one who looks like? They kept on calling him not a dinosaur. What's he look like?
Oh, Lizard.
Lizard, yeah.
Yeah. He was just there ready, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, so that would be nice to kind of see how they got him, what have you.
Yeah.
And then, then he starts going off and he starts trying to go and find out where all of the other people are.
Yeah.
That's kind of the concept of the film.
Yeah.
But to be fair, don't you think he rounded them up pretty quickly, didn't he?
But you know what? Considering the film's 2.5 hours long,
that's
was a lot.
Exactly. That's why the first 15 to 20 minutes was like a lot happened.
Yeah.
A lot happened. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Like obviously, you got Electro as well and Sandman. Like it was weird though with Sandman because obviously he was just sand throughout the whole thing rather than actual.
Do you know why? I don't think the actor was actually in the film.
No, he wasn't. His voice was. It was still his voice. But I think it's one of the ones where it's like they probably didn't need him physically to be there. Do you know what I mean? And I think the images at the end, they just used footage from Spider-Man 3.
Yeah, and I thought that with the Lizard as well.
Yeah, because they didn't really. Because there were similarities with at the end of the film where I thought, no, this looks like Spider-Man, the first one. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So and no, they smashed the villains though because I guess I thought they would just be like little cameos, and there's going to probably be a more current villain in the actual MCU world, but all of them played a massive part in there, isn't it? Like it wasn't just like a case of something's happened, they've all come out, he's had to fight them, and they go back in, and then he fights, I don't know, like another big bad or something. Like they were, when you think about it, the main villain really was Green Goblin, and that was sick because like he was the first Spider-Man villain on screen, and now he's the latest one. So that was a nice callback to that.
No, and I
shout out William Dafoe, bro.
Yeah, honestly, I think he did it when he put on when he
was
put on
the age
voice
as well, right? I'm sure.
I don't think he was. No, he wasn't.
I think that's him.
Yeah, he wasn't the age. But yeah, that obviously they must have got paid bucks in it, all of them, to come back. But I reckon they would have just done that for free. They proper put like the way they were acting, like they literally just came off the set of their old films. Like this is just like riding a bike to them. Do you know what I mean? Like
Jamie Foxx. What do you think about Jamie Foxx's performance?
He improved. He improved
much better. Yeah, much better.
And I think, and just the fact that he was in another universe is almost like we kind of get away with slightly rebooting your character a little bit, because he was just a bit like he was just electric and all that, and he was just corny but he was more. I felt like he was more Jamie Foxx, just being Electro rather than
being acting
as someone else. Electro in The Amazing Spider-Man, there was no humor. There was no. He was straight. Yeah, once he changed, it was different. But this one, he's like you say, it's more Jamie Foxx. Like he's got humor.
Like just a little quips, and it's like, "Your Legos on the table." Like
yeah.
Like even
the tree part, because it's just a tree, man. It's just a tree.
So now I was just gonna go back to the scene where Spider-Man had a fight with Doctor Strange, and with the box, taking a box away instead of pressing it. But I just don't.
Thank you, Rich.
I wasn't convinced
But when he done the out of body experience thing,
No,
Just
that
that as well. But yeah,
but just the whole thing.
How do you defeat
in the mirror,
Doctor Strange in Doctor Strange's world?
mathematics, bro.
It's maths.
Nah.
Look, no. Don't forget, yeah. Right. Peter Parker is a boy genius, isn't it? Mathematics, science, and all of that. And it basically explained it in the fight.
I know he explained it.
Yeah.
But that's Doctor Strange's world.
We can't accept that.
But no, look, even Thor said it in his movie, like science and magic, there's a thin line between like it doesn't necessarily mean that one is necessarily greater than the other.
Peter Parker's not a scientist.
He's a scientist, bro.
In what way?
That's the whole.
No.
Well,
He's not
a scientist. He's not a scientist.
I will FedEx you a Spider-Man book now, bro.
He's going to
No, I'm talking about in this film.
Well, what's the right? He's not a qualified scientist, but he's
a boy genius.
Iron Man made his suit for him. Iron Man gave him all the tools that he has. Iron Man done it for him.
No, remember he
made his web shooters. Like, remember he had the old suit. Yeah, and he made goggles. So
very amateurish.
All right, you're telling me a 15-year-old boy, like he's probably 14 at the time.
No, I know he's got intelligence. But he was not a scientist, bro.
But you don't need to be a scientist to figure out that mathematics, bro.
Look, man, he left Doctor Strange dangling. Where was he left dangling?
In the mirror bit.
In these little whatever he does.
Do you understand Doctor
Grand
Strange
Canyon or something like that?
Do you understand Doctor Strange's level of?
But you've also got to remember, like Doctor Strange does things. Like Doctor Strange might allow things to happen because he knows what the ultimate outcome is going to be.
I don't think so. I think he just got outsmarted.
Nah,
he got outsmarted.
To be fair, I can't accept that.
I can't accept that.
Spider-Man.
But why?
Exactly.
But
Spider Boy.
But Doctor Strange is not. He's not like the ultimate. Like he can.
No, but just as Doctor Strange.
Hold on a second, Rich. He's not the ultimate. Doctor Strange was the one that figured out how to defeat Thanos.
Because he's got the time to really he saw multiple realities, isn't it?
Doctor Strange was the whole point. Like he was the reason. Like he was the whole reason for it.
He wasn't.
Do you understand?
He wasn't the reason for it. He didn't do anything. He just gave him the stone.
He gave him the stone, and
after doing 6 million times, going in the past.
Million. But look,
whatever time.
But he gave him the stone. He didn't do anything. He didn't do anything.
I'm not disputing Doctor Strange's magnificence.
Are you not serious? Are you serious?
No, Doctor. Okay, no. All right, I'm going to say Doctor Strange didn't do anything. He gave him the stone.
All right.
Because of the possibilities of everything happening after,
and he saw all the possibilities.
He figured it out in a split second. He managed to figure it out. What is the best possibility for the human race?
But that was in magic.
But magic is not something that he done the magic. Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Magic.
He done the magic. He produced that magic.
And along with the time stone. Along
the time stone, yes. But even I can have the time stone. I don't have to use it. He figured it all out. Like he's not no little. He's not no any magician.
He isn't the reason why they beat Thanos, though.
No, it's heavily the reason why they beat Thanos.
What do you mean?
No, he's not the reason. He's not the reason.
He's not the only reason.
He figured out
without him,
over the 14 million paths that was there. He said, "This is the only one that will defeat Thanos."
By me, so this is the only one. Stone.
And if you remember, there was a scene in the
but Doctor Strange didn't do anything.
Listen, there was a scene. There was a scene in the end game when Iron Man looked at Doctor Strange and he nodded. Doctor Strange nodded. He said, "It's what I've just done is correct."
It's not what I've just done, but I would say Doctor Strange didn't pick the final blow. He didn't do anything that made it happen.
Because he said this is the only path that you guys can take.
He's like the Oracle, but if the Oracle don't do nothing, the Oracle just says this is what it is, but it's about choice.
Look, we're getting off the topic. We're getting off the point. But the point is that there's science versus magic, and none of them are exclusively mutually beneficial than the other. Basically, Peter done it because he outsmarted him. Simple as, isn't it? I don't think that's impossible. Don't matter how powerful. Like,
if
you're going to say that, look, someone can be super powerful and intelligent, but there's always going to be a flaw in their genius.
Even the whole what you mentioned at the start, he took his soul out of his body. How's his body still trying to?
Because he's got spider sense. His body has spider sense.
He's done spider sense.
It was spider sense. He didn't do anything.
What films have you been watching, man? Come on.
No, that was spider sense. That was spider sense.
Yeah, it was spider sense.
He was out.
The body of no soul.
Because
the spider sense he's saying is the body. It's the body.
But his body was still working, isn't it? His body was still working, bro.
And so that's why his body was doing the movement. It was spidey sense.
But Rich is on our side, man. He's
I'm not on your side.
Come to us. Well, you're silent because you got nothing.
No, I'm not on anyone's side, but it was a spidey
no.
sense. That's why his body was moving.
Okay, the spidey sense, I don't get that.
We got the Christmas jump as well.
That whole scene, that scene, I wasn't a fan of it. I just didn't. It was pretty easy for Spider-Man to get that box and go. It was pretty easy.
I don't think it was easy. I think
easy.
It's blatantly there. The science is there. Like you're refusing to get the science of it.
Merv, you're telling me that Spider-Man can grab the box, and run away, and Doctor Strange can't do nothing about it.
Look,
He
can just do one click of finger and grab the box and say "shut up" and put him in some next world. He can do it easily.
Doctor Strange ain't invincible. He's not flawless.
But he's not invincible. But he can defeat Spider. He can defeat Peter Parker easily. He can just do anything to that box and say, "Peter, shut up." Into a next world or into a next country on the top of a pyramid. Put him there and deal with it easily.
But he didn't.
Doctor Strange.
He didn't.
No,
but this is why me and Richard finding it hard to take that scene in, because we all know how powerful Doctor Strange is. We all know his capabilities.
This is
Peter Parker swinging on a web. Peter Parker swinging on a web and trying to escape and blah blah. It doesn't make no sense.
No, but he did. He used maths. He made it into the pipe. You saw him.
I'm talking about when he first took the box. When he first took the box, there's no way he's swinging around and Doctor Strange trying to grab him and put him through little hoops. And no, give me the box. You vanish.
Yeah, but that's Doctor Strange. That's his brethren.
But I get it. It's the film. They have to make it look whatever.
It's Doctor Strange's brethren. They're brethren, isn't it? So
I'm not saying killing. I don't see Doctor Strange to kill him. I'm not saying that. But Doctor Strange can easily get that box back and send Peter somewhere. Do you know what I mean? Easily. We've seen him do it.
Man said they're brethren, you know.
They are brethren.
Man's almost destroying the whole place.
Rich, even if they are brethren, I'm not saying Doctor Strange to kill him or injure him or hurt him. I'm not saying that. I'm saying he can just get the box easily and transport him somewhere and say, "Shut up, Peter," and deal with the matter. Like that's Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange is that guy.
Let's agree to disagree because there's so much more we have to talk about this film.
All right, cool. Move on. Aunt May, go on.
You say Aunt May? Yeah, go on.
First of all, the disrespect. How can you just call your Aunt May? I don't get this disrespect that's going on. May. That's your auntie, yeah? Call her Auntie May or Aunt May.
The others called her Aunt May in the other films, isn't it?
Yeah, then all of a sudden she's May.
Let's talk about May or Aunt May. She was one of my issues of the film. Like, because you know what it is, yeah? I know she's supposed to die eventually in Spider-Man comics anyway. That's a given. But I think she died too early. Do you know what I mean? I think Peter should have been a lot older when she died. And I don't. This is what I can't stand in it when they make side characters heroes. It's almost like they feel like we're not giving them too much to do, so let's just make them do some heroic act or get them involved in the battle scenes. And I just don't like that. Like, because she had no business just running and trying to beat up what's his name? Green Goblin. Like, there was no need for that. Fair enough. I get maybe okay, she died a bit early, fair enough, and I get how she died.
Rich, what scene was you crying at, Rich?
Well, I think there was two scenes.
He cried twice.
I had a tear in my eye. Do you know what? Some woman next to me was crying, innit? Yeah.
No, that scene was big. That scene, they've done that very well, though.
I thought they did it awfully.
Awful.
You know why? I felt that they didn't show May enough respect. I think they killed May and it didn't affect Peter. Peter was moving on like it was like at that moment there, Peter, apart from the fact that he was a little bit upset, like, oh, look at me. I was thinking, what? Your aunt just died. I don't understand why you're not why you're not upset about this. And I just felt,
upset, bro.
Nah, he wasn't. He was angry. Later on, he was angry.
Yeah.
But he wasn't upset about it. He had like just come to terms about it. Like, okay, this is what happened. It's fine, on. Don't worry about it. Yeah.
All those feds outside machine guns would have should have got licked up.
Like Spider-Man should have been moving like a savage.
Well, and he did against the Green Goblin.
Yeah, but that was afterwards.
That was way afterwards.
And then also, even as a film, like you made May die, and in the next scenes, you brought back people. And we'll go back into that in a minute, yeah? But you brought back people. So that emotion that the person sat next to you was crying, within 30 seconds, she was happy again. And I just felt like they didn't let that resonate enough.
I think especially when it comes to film and TV, depending on if you do time jobs or anything like that, but sometimes in the moment when you've got a job to do, you have to you have to hold it in, innit? Like
May could have died anyway. Then, like, I didn't think it even needs to be Goblin that killed her, and we never even saw no one take the final blow. We don't even know how she died, really.
And you know what they put away about May's death?
The glider stabbed her, innit? When it came crashing through the
it was the bomb.
His glider. No, his glider.
The glider. Yeah.
But then she got up and she was all right, and then like
she didn't realize, innit?
I know. And then she
touched.
Then she touched the back. She's like, oh, I gotta sit down. It's okay. Look at me, Peter. Look at me. And all of a sudden, it's because of me. It's because of me.
Respect, you know?
No, it's because of me that you didn't just send these people home, because I taught you to have a moral compass. And now, although they're supposed to die, we're going to try and save them. It's because of May.
Well, you know what it is? Aunt May is basically Uncle Ben in this film.
No, I know. But, you know, my thing is, I just feel like we've gone a whole new way. Like, let's just... Like, even the fact that you broke up with Happy, why you might as well stayed with Happy, bruv?
I thought no way about her death. No emotional, nothing. I didn't, not one. My eyes were drier in the desert, bro.
I feel like it was emotional, but I think it was
Peter's fault. I didn't care. It was Peter's fault.
Yeah.
I didn't care.
Yeah.
That's when I felt like Peter's a bit like Flash. We're not going to talk about it again, but that's why I feel he's a little bit like Flash.
Yeah.
Again, to be fair, I obviously didn't want her to die, but to me, she won't be missed. She won't be missed.
I think now he's by himself. I think like what's that about? But it is what it is. We'll keep it moving. I just felt they could have given May a bit more respect though.
So they because they really made her a character in the first two, in all the films actually. But I just felt I don't have a problem with her dying in the middle of battle, but I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. I didn't like the way.
I'd have preferred her to be in the house. The house blew up by accident, and then like he then goes on a vengeance thing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, something along those lines.
I would like to just see him, like they said, the social, like show some emotion in regards to your aunt just died, like
I'm sure.
Go on a militant vibe for a few minutes or something. Do you know what I mean? Then, someone taken away or whatever. And you know, and the friends, man, like they annoy me. This film. They annoy me. This film.
That's another thing I'll say. I do like Zendaya as MJ, like the thing on it, but I feel like throughout the whole of the films, like I feel like her character in the first film was a waste of time. She was just kind of, I'm not saying that she can't be like weird and stuff or socially awkward, but I reckon they should have done a lot more with her in the first film to sort of set up that relationship between her and Peter. Because I mean, you kind of get little hints of it as well, but it's like you go from the first film just being just socially awkward. Second film, all of a sudden, like Peter's just probably into her, and then third film, like, and as well, like you literally found out straight away more or less he was Spider-Man, and then you're just going on Spider-Man adventures with him.
Yeah,
it's like as I'm saying, it's too like the side characters. I feel like they just can't be side characters and have some interesting moments with them, but when it comes to battle time, just stay out of it, isn't it?
Stay out of it. Stay out of it. You got no place. And giving that guy the thing already. I'm like, hey,
But the thing is,
Yeah,
I know
I'm like-
Ned's
go on.
supposed to be a hobgoblin, some version of a hobgoblin in the comics.
Oh,
But
is it?
I didn't know
Is
that.
it?
Yeah, he's supposed to be one of the hobgoblins, isn't it? So that's why I kept saying, like, you know, Pete, I'm never gonna like turn against you, because that's what they're referring to. Because he's going to be a I don't know if this version is going to be a hobgoblin, but he does become one in the comics, isn't it? So that's why I was quite surprised when
Like, I liked him in the first two films because he played his position. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly,
He was a good. Do you know what I mean? But this film, he got on my nerves. I couldn't stand it.
I liked him.
They're just too involved all the time.
I don't mind it, but this is why Zendaya, I can never look at her in any other way.
Why?
Because in this, like, this is how, in every film, this is how I see Zendaya.
She was like
as a child,
film,
as a child, and this is how I see her in every other film. So every other film where I see her acting adult, I just think it's weird, because in my mind, this is you. Like, obviously, she's not 15 years old or whatever, yeah. But in my mind, that's what I'm looking at you as a 15-year-old.
Yeah, it's deep because both of them, I suppose, Tom Holland and Zendaya. It's like they can both play children, and no, they still look like children. Even Tom Holland still looks like a child. He's 25 and he still looks like a child.
Yeah, they look like a youth.
He's 25, yeah?
Yeah, he's 25, man.
Yeah.
They look like youths, and I'm like, it doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
So yeah, we had Zendaya, we had thingy. I did think it's a bit racial that he could do the powers, but that was just me. That was, I'll be honest with you, that was just me. I just thought, hold on.
That didn't come to my mind, you know. But
it came to mind. I was like, wow, why are you saying that? Because he's got the ring, he could do what Wong does. It just, for me, that was me. I said, I'd mix it up a little bit. Look outside the box. But then within the next scenes, obviously we had what we all knew was going to happen was the big reveals. But I guess they weren't big reveals, apart from maybe Andrew Garfield, because they tried to pretend that he wasn't in it, but he was.
Don't let me get hyped, bro. Don't let me get hyped, because that was the bit I had. My eyes were watering, bro. I can't lie to you. My eyes are watering. Bro.
What, when Andrew Garfield came in?
Yeah, because you know what it is, yeah. Because I've watched every interview in it, and he keeps saying, "Look, I'm not Spider-Man. I'm not going to be in it." And I actually got to the point where I was convinced. That he's not going to be Spider-Man. I thought, nah, he's serious. I can see the tone. And even with the bloody spoiler that Rich put on, the thing is that I refuse to engage with you in it. I saw it and I got vexed, bro. You know what you've done. You know exactly what you've done. And you put the
fully geeked and the good fully geeked thing in it.
Like when they were pointing at each other.
Yeah. Like, Rich, why you do that?
I know he was such a bastard, you know. I was going to delete it.
But the thing is, I just assumed, like, I don't know. I just wanted to catch the vibe of everyone and see what everyone is talking.
The thing is, it was obviously we kind of like, there has to be Andrew Garfield in it, but I thought to myself, nah, I don't know, you know, I don't know if they're actually going to bring him in. But it's when they when they'd opened the portal and there's Peter. So in my head, I'm thinking that's Tom Holland straight away.
That's why I thought as well.
But when he turned around and he got closer, and you see the eyes a lot bigger, and it's still and I thought, please don't. I'm not ready for this yet. I'm not ready for this scene, right? The guy came out here.
No,
I was howling inside my brain, bro. I couldn't. You know why? Yeah, because I can't lie. I feel like Andrew Garfield is. I think all of the Spider-Men are heavy, in a different way.
But I said it's long time. He's my favorite Spider-Man.
Yeah, he's my. And you know, it's his redemption, bro, because he didn't get to do his third film. Like,
yeah,
I think the first film was okay. I think him as a Spider-Man he's the best. He's got the quips. Yeah, like, he's got the humor of Spider-Man that I want to see.
But not in this one, though, Merv. Not in this one.
In this one,
he was a wet blanket. He was a wet blanket in this one.
No.
Are you mad, bro?
His eyes were wet all fucking time. His eyes were wet. No, he was a wet blanket. That's why I was vexed, because he's my favorite Spider-Man, and he was a wet blanket, bro.
But I think they were
was crying every second. I was like, who is this Andrew, bro? This ain't my Spider-Man.
I think they were poking fun at the fact that he's been known to be the unfortunate Spider-Man. Even when they're like, oh, you'll be Spider-Man number 3. It's like, come on, like, because technically it should be Spider-Man number 2. Really.
Yeah.
But even just that scene when it's like, oh, how do we know you're Spider-Man? Like, stick to the wall and say you obviously done the hand thing.
Yeah.
And then Ned's mum coming like, go and get the cobwebs, isn't it?
Yeah. That part
was mum give me a joke.
Yeah, that was funny.
I thought like he was a guy in the corner and like maybe that's like a family thing, you know, like he's a spider. I thought there was gonna be a little reference to that. No, but you know, not like that. But I mean, like, you know, like that. man just
Imagine all
cleaned the,
contorting in the corner like
man just cleaned the web and just like dust himself off. I was like, oh right, okay, that's your people then.
Yeah, and the thing is, he's still. I would actually accept gladly if he was to be Spider-Man again in some capacity. He doesn't look. He's probably about.
He looks older. He looks older. Yeah.
But he don't look that. He don't look that old. Like
No.
not compared to my man, who we're going to talk about in a minute.
Andrew
Like,
Garfield's
not
38.
Yeah, he doesn't like.
But he doesn't look. He doesn't look 38.
No, he looks quite young. He's still got like, so he could easily still play a Spider-Man, and it was good that well, obviously, come on now, I have to talk about the other reveal. Yeah,
Toby one smashed it. I was so happy.
I was a bit disappointed. You know what is? I was disappointed about. I thought he was going to come in the suit as well, and he just come in just bold. But I thought, to be fair, does he have to be in a suit? Like,
no, the thing is, he was such a mature one. It's like, you know, like I'm the dad. I'm the older brother.
And this is why they smashed it, because I thought if they do come in the film, this is going to be quick 5-minute cameo thing. They're going to do what I thought. So that's what I thought. They played an integral part of the film.
Yeah, 100%.
And not only that as well, they didn't just sort of repeat the same things that they've done in their other films. Their characters actually developed. So obviously you had Andrew Garfield still. He got dark in it. He just like, I started to pull my punches and all that because of obviously like Gwen died, didn't it? And then Toby just became like, because at the end of Spider-Man 3, we kind of didn't know that whether he was going to get married to MJ or not. They kind of cancelled, like he stopped, but obviously said no. Actually, we worked things out. So, and he's just the mature, wiser one in it and stuff. And obviously, like making jokes about his back because he had a back problem in real life and in the Spider-Man 2 as well. Like, and and just but even the part where he saved Zendaya.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. That they made them like redeem themselves.
Yeah.
So like he saved her because he couldn't save his own.
Yeah,
and they got Toby to stop him from battering the shit out of my man.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? Because it was like everyone kind of tried to like redeem themselves almost.
But don't you think that scene? So go on.
No, go on.
Don't you think that scene was quality when they were talking about the spider webs? Not spider webs.
That was sick.
That
was my argument from before. Like, how come Toby he comes out of him, but all the others they have to make a web? Like
that was just a Sam Raimi thing. That was his idea.
Yeah.
I like go on.
But guys, like the level of cheese that occurred when the three of them were together. Do you guys just me?
Was it that part when they started talking? Each had a little.
The cheese.
That weren't cheese, man. That weren't cheese, man.
You see what it was for me? That was like, if you're a Spider-Man fan, like you'll bust over this whole conversation. Like, you'll bust over this whole thing. Like this is you all day. Do you get me? Change my underwear. This is me. Yeah, but I think for moving the MCU universe, I'm not sure it did.
Well, you know what? I slightly think that this film was almost like a love letter to Spider-Man. The whole like from the first film to now, it was a tribute. Because to be fair, the way this film ended, it could possibly, like how Matrix 1 ended, they just flew like New York. Like it could just end like that, and you don't have to have another MCU Spider-Man film. But I think it's almost like I feel like they had to sort of tie up some loose ends here, and also, again, pave the way for the multiverse. But just because I think this film could have been anything, to be fair. Like they didn't have to get the multiverse involved.
But it's true, like none of the Spider-Man films have moved me like to say, oh my gosh, this film's amazing. None of the Spider-Man films I've watched,
apart from
the Amazing Spider-Man, the second one, almost. But
really? That's the worst one ever.
No, you know what? It was the I don't know. I liked that one. I liked it. I just liked it. I just loved that the Amazing Spider-Man 2. This one, I thought this one will get me there. Like, oh my gosh, the Spider-Man film is amazing. Maybe because I saw you man's messages and blah 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 and the splash signs. So I was like, okay. So maybe I had such a high.
That's meant to keep personal, bro.
That's
what happens in our that's GDRP stuff, mate.
Bro, what happens in our WhatsApp group stages on WhatsApp, bro?
Gosh, man, breaking the fish. Bro, the bro code, bro.
We're gonna have to talk to him after the podcast.
No, all right, so the gas levels was on remarkably high. So maybe I had some in my mind. I just had some high expectation of the film, and it because it didn't reach there, it disappointed me. Do you know what I mean?
Don't get me wrong.
Maybe I have to watch it again. Nate, when you watched it the second time, was it better or worse, or how did you find it when you watched it the second time?
All right. So I originally, when I watched the first time, I came out and I was gassed. Yeah. And I think I was gassed because I watched it with NJ, to be honest. Yeah. I think that was one of the reasons I was gassed, because like he was gassed about it, like because I normally never really take him to watch any of the Marvel releases. We normally watch it later on, whether we watch it on like Disney Plus or Apple TV or whatever it is, wherever we watch it on, yeah, alternative platforms. So we normally watch it like that. So for him to have gone to cinema and for him to be fully into it, like he's 10 now. So I was like, you're 10 now, you can do it, yeah. And it was a 12A, you can watch it for adult or whatever. But like, even like he was like gassed. He was like, oh my God, Dad, and this is what's happening. And like sometimes I'm like, shush, man, there's people in the cinema. There's not just us in the cinema. Like there's other people that want to watch the film in it. Like, just allow it. Because like he's properly getting hype. I'm like, no, ends. Relax. So I think that also gassed me to make me feel like it's such a sick film. And then like I've got cousins messaging me and everyone like hyping me up. So that's why I wanted to watch it again to see if it was me or if it was. I think it's a good film. It's a good MCU film. It's a good Spider-Man film. I think as a film, it's amazing. My one thing was, like I said, I didn't know how much it contributed to the whole MCU universe. This could have been a standalone film. It didn't, for me, like, apart from opening the realms of what a multiverse was, I don't know if it kind of contributed to the whole MCU going into phase 4 cycle.
No, I know what you mean. Yeah.
That was my only thing about it. Like, as a film, I think it was sick. It was a good film. Yeah. Like, I enjoy like the Spider-Man's being in there, all of that. Yeah, it was like an amazing film. It was an amazing viewing experience, and it was very nostalgic to see some of the Sinister Six coming back, and all of that kind of stuff was good. Like even the fact that Goblin was the main enemy, like the main baddie. I thought like, raw. I didn't expect that.
And it's the purple. Like he had that purple thing, so it's like even then it's like, yeah, you know what you're doing, boy. You know what you're doing.
Like everything about it, like even the way they spin him. Like there are times where I think like Spider-Man is stupid. Yeah, like he makes stupid mistakes, but like you said, he's a child, isn't it?
Yeah.
He's a child, but he can work out.
Yeah. But so that was probably my gripe with the film. As a film, I think it's sick though. Like I didn't leave there having Black Panther vibes about me though. Do you know what I mean? You know, like how I will go to the depths of the earth to fight for Black Panther. Yeah, I won't go to the depths of the earth to fight for Spider-Man.
Sorry, go on.
Go on, Rick. No, go on.
I think, like what Merv said, they don't have to make another Spider-Man. To me, they've topped it. I think the fact that you bring in all the other Spider-Mans from all the previous films, all the other baddies from the previous films, and all into one, I just think this film is top notch. Despite me having my gripes with the film is top notch.
Yeah, it felt like a wild event. It felt like a sports game or something, like a final, or like, do you know, that's what it felt like. Because that's what I'm saying. Like you said, Nate, it almost kind of made an excuse just to kind of segue into the multiverse of madness, basically, without having to do all this jazz. Do you know what I mean? But to be fair, which brings me to the end of the film, because he's basically obviously just wished everyone to not know who he's thing. And to be fair, I like it that way. I think Spider-Man's probably the only superhero out of the MCU things that I want. Someone has to keep a secret identity. I think he's too young to sort of still, everyone knows that I'm Peter Parker. Sort of. I think too many people knew that it was Peter Parker. And I think once he gets a bit older, I know they do that in Civil War, the comics where he reveals that he's been Spider-Man for 15 or age of 15, whatever. But what is weird is that now no one knows who he is. He's kind of now gone to this stage where he's got his own apartment, obviously. And I'm thinking, well, how old are you supposed to be? I know he's obviously going to like, is it MIT? Yeah, MIT.
Well, he shouldn't be going because he didn't get in.
Well, whatever's happening, this kind of seems like whether he goes to MIT or not, this is now entering the college stages of Peter Parker, isn't it? Where and it's almost like, well, are you kind of creating like an origin story for you now? Because he's reverted back to not even just his suit that we saw in Homecoming, but he's now made his own suit, and he's not got the nanotechnology. So it's kind of like, it's almost like there's a wish just to kind of forget about what happened. Like, he basically fought Thanos, and now to just sort of go back to just a normal friendly like Spider-Man with no tech suit or nothing like that is a bit strange to me. So I don't know what they're looking to do with that.
That is weird. But also I think everybody, like, what it was, the trick, the magic should have been everyone doesn't know that Peter Parker is Spider-Man,
yeah.
But it shouldn't be everyone should forget who Peter Parker is.
I know, it's just a bit.
That's what I think was stupid.
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't
Peter
like that.
know that Peter Parker isn't Spider-Man. That I think agree with that.
Yeah.
But for all of the friends and stuff that you've had, no one to know who you are anymore, like who Peter Parker is dumb. It's just
the kick. It's just a like what he came onto the scene Civil War. It's just like all of that is just forgotten. It's a bit. It's like I don't understand why they do that. And to be fair, I thought to myself, naturally, Spider-Man has been introduced as an Avenger quite quickly, and fair enough, that's fine. Just stay an Avenger, innit? Like, so I don't know what they're looking to. I know. Tom Holland said he's still going to do more Spider-Man films. So whether it's like, is this going to be a situation where you now go back into Sony? Because I don't know what's happened with the Sony Marvel deal. Are they looking to take him back completely, or MCU going to still?
Well, the CEO of Sony said that there's one more film.
Oh yeah. That's true. Yeah.
There's one more, and I think there's one more solo film, and there's one more crossover.
Oh yeah, there's going to be one more trilogy actually. I think.
Yeah.
Actually. Again, but also bringing us to the mid-credit scene.
So the mid-credit scenes now, where he goes to the bar, and sorry, Kel, I remember where I knew the guy was from. The guy's from Ted Lasso. So you remember you saying you don't recognize him? I was like, why? And I watched it again, and I was like, oh, he's from Ted Lasso. Okay. So with obviously you had Venom, as part of the mid-credit scene, and it still upsets me to this day why fucking people walk out of the cinema. Like, I don't understand. Like, you get it. Like, just sit down now. In Finchley, they did this thing in View. They turn on the light, you know.
That's what they've done as well.
They turn on lights. So everyone got up, and I said, "Why are you doing that?"
In my one as well, turn the light.
In Odeon, they kept the light off, but I was like, "Why is everyone walking them?"
In fact, they had the lights on throughout the whole trailer. I was like, "You're ruining my trailer experience, man."
So mid-credit, we have Venom, Like, realistically, Venom, like, obviously we know Venom was there because at the end of Venom Carnage 2, he was there. But technically, he doesn't know that. I've not watched it yet.
No, to be fair, when I watched the review today, I saw that. I was like, no, like.
Oh, sorry. That's like their post-credit scenes. Sorry, but.
So he knows, because the wish was everyone that knows who Peter Parker is.
Yeah, but he doesn't know who Peter Parker is.
But I haven't seen Venom, but he saw the TV, isn't it?
Yeah, I think that's what they're saying. Venom knows who he is.
Yeah.
And obviously, he left a little bit of the what do you call it?
The symbiote.
The symbiote at the end. So I guess that allows Spider-Man to have their own version of Venom.
And I can't lie, I cannot wait for that, because if MCU now have their hands on Venom, they are going to smash him. Yeah, because the Sony had 2 chances to do Venom, and they've just wasted him for me. Like,
definitely 100%.
And I think obviously because
you haven't seen the second one though.
Do I even need to?
Yeah, I don't know.
Venom Carnage 2 is all right.
I'm gonna watch it, but it's not like no, like anyway.
Venom Carnage 2 was all right. It was all right.
But basically,
I thought it was all right.
I reckon because obviously like he's supposed to get the suit from Secret Wars, like that's where he obtains the symbiote thing, isn't it? I reckon they're just gonna do a reverse one where maybe Peter Parker might go into space, and somehow, whether they go to Mexico or not, or I don't know how the symbiote's going to get to him, but it's going to follow him to space, basically. Like people were saying that Flash Thompson actually might go to Mexico because he's just so, and because Flash Thompson's supposed to be a Venom as well at some point.
Well, the Flash Thompson's in Spider-Man.
Yeah, well, yeah, he's supposed to be Venom. He's supposed to be Venom as well, but I can't imagine that actor
fully hate him.
Being Venom at all.
Absolute waste actor, bro.
But I don't know how they're gonna do it, but if they put Venom in there, obviously they are going to, clearly. It's an interesting time, man.
I didn't mind Venom when he was in Spider-Man 3.
Bruv, it's awful.
I loved
get
it.
out of here, bruv. Get out of here, bruv. Man.
What, when he started doing the walk, bruv? I fucking loved it, bruv. That was Tobey Maguire in the best part of Spider-Man, bruv.
That was Tobey Maguire's end.
No, man, that was his best Spider-Man.
Do you know how much I slew that?
I'm being
And
serious.
then-
That was
then-
his
then-
best Spider-Man.
And then the actual Venom was that guy from the 90s show.
Topher Grace.
Oh my God, Christ, bruv.
Bruv, when he did the
It's
walk.
that 70s show, by the way.
Yeah, that's 70s.
90s show. 70s show, that's it.
And he did the whole like that. I
Oh.
thought that was the best, bruv. That was the best Spider-Man 3 ever, bruv. I was sick. Which led us on to the post-credit scene, which the post-credit scene to me is just a trailer.
Yeah, it's a trailer. That's the second time they've done that, because they've done that at the end of Captain America, isn't it, for Avengers trailer.
Yeah, I thought it's a bit.
Yeah.
Don't do that. It's a trailer, bruv. Like, let us just see this. So maybe that's why a lot of people walked out before it came on. I don't know.
Probably, yeah.
So, which led us on to Doctor Strange and the
Multiverse of Madness.
Multiverse of
Multiverse
Madness.
Madness.
I honestly think this film is going to be so baffling. You have to watch it at least 2-3 times.
What, Multiverse of Madness?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a bit out of control. You'll be a bit baffed.
Yeah, but when we get there.
Yeah, the trailer didn't really let me know what was happening.
Yeah, it was all over. It was a very oddly cut trailer, isn't it? It's just it almost felt like it was just clips just put together. I know that's what a trailer is, but
Like, obviously they showed us that we're gonna have Scarlet back into it.
yeah.
But bar that,
But we knew that anyway. We knew that.
Yeah.
What's his name? Mordu. Not is it Mordu? The
the black guy.
Chitima Chifo character. He's back in there. And obviously, Bad Doctor Strange. That must come from What If. So it's all
Yeah.
tied in. Yeah.
because I thought Bad Doctor Strange was in this one. Was in
is it?
Spider-Man, but it
Yeah.
wasn't. So I was like,
That's
okay.
what I thought. Because for the trailer, you
Yeah,
think
that's what I said from the
Yeah,
trailer.
exactly,
It made
yeah.
it look like it was bad.
it was bad. Yeah.
That's what. So in my head, I was like, "Oh my god, this is evil Spider. Like, this is sick." But then when I saw it, I was like, "Oh, it wasn't it."
Yeah.
All right, on a scale of 1 to 10, because I know we're writing on now. People are yawning. On a scale of 1 to 10, what do you give this Spider-Man?
20.
Yeah, that's typical.
And I own
fashion.
that. I own that.
We
Couldn't
know.
wait. You
We
know,
know.
I could.
We know.
20.
Rich.
Now, to be fair, I'll give it.
Just give it a 10 and just still.
No. I give it 8.5. No,
Kel?
because a 10 to me was the end game, innit? It was the whole Thanos saga.
Kel?
6. Yeah, 6.
6 is still above average, you know, so that's good. isn't
Yeah,
it?
no, it's
still good,
above
yeah.
average.
Yeah.
It's above
I'll
average.
give it a 10. I'll give it a 10 in it. Give it a 10. Right, let me not be silly.
I'd give it a solid. I'd give it a solid 8, maybe even 8.5. I thought it was good. I enjoyed the film. There were things that I didn't agree with, but actually weren't that bad.
I can't believe man gave it a 6, you know. These are
Yeah, 6, bro.
No, it's still above average, bro. If we said 4, then we have words, isn't it? But it's still above average. Isn't
Is
Yeah.
it though?
right. It's not a 6. It's not a 6.
Is a 6 above average?
Yeah, but
6
when you think
is
about five-
average.
5 in the
6
middle.
is
5
average.
5 is average. 5 is average.
No, 4 to 6 is average.
There were 6 on the upper scale of that.
6
you
is
know
a
what I mean?
good average. Like, it's a better average.
I'm giving it respect. That's why I give it a 6 because I respect what they've done.
It's a bit harsh though.
No, it's not harsh.
But-
No,
But obviously, no. But obviously, it's your opinion, and you know.
Yeah, like I've said my grievances with it, you know, and yeah, I stand on it, man, and I'm not budging whatsoever.
Own your
He's
shit.
owning it.
And the thing is,
Own
like
your
I said,
shit.
the thing that killed me is that Andrew Garfield was my favorite Spider-Man, and they destroyed him in it, proper destroyed him.
That's a bit strange.
Man's
But
moving like a
how's
wet
all-
blanket.
Bro, any puppy, bro.
Didn't you
Anyway.
think? Huh.
Why was Andrew Garfield your best Spider-Man? And he had
I just the way he portrayed Spider-Man
Yeah, I think
was the
I agree.
closest. Yeah, was
Yeah.
the closest to Toby and Tom Holland. He's the closest to Spider-Man for the animations and for what I know Spider-Man to be. He's the closest to. That's why I like him so much.
Why he had the shittest Spider-Man trilogy. If he obviously he didn't
No,
have
he
the third one.
only had 2 on.
No, obviously he
No.
didn't have the trilogy.
The
But
first one I thought was okay, and I liked the second one. I liked it. I liked them both.
I think at the time, Kel, I think you told me that it was shit. You know.
No. I said no. I said all Spider-Man films are rubbish. I said that.
No. At the time, I think you told me because I told you I'd never watched the one with Jamie Foxx in, and I think you told me not to watch it.
Nah, not me.
I feel like you did, man. I feel like
no, not me.
I'm pretty sure it was you, bro.
I remember the conversation. I said all of them. I said Spider-Man films. Yeah, no one of them has impressed me. But out of a bad batch, these two are the best out of a bad batch. That's what I said. I remember that. Don't try and misquote me, brother.
No. Just cool because it was a long time ago, bro. This is just after the film. This is before the pod. This is before the pod. You get me? This is years ago. All right, cool. But guys,